197-pound final. Stephen Buchanan ranked #1 in the country. What a season. His first in Iowa City, 21-0, 16 bonus point wins. And Jacob Cardenas, his first season in Ann Arbor. He's been spectacular. The Wolverine, 19-1 with 14 bonus point victories, including 8 Tech Falls. Their journey to this championship final at 197. Cardenas avenging an earlier season loss to Josh Barr, beat the Nittany Lion last night in sudden victory 4-1. And Buchanan stopping the amazing run of Zach Bronigal of Illinois in the semifinal. Buchanan and Barr, or Buchanan and Cardenas rather.
Interesting matchup here for both these guys. They're both great in the top position for the 97-pounders. Mentioned that throughout the course of the tournament there. They can go ahead and turn guys. They have that ability to go ahead and stay with their opponent here in the top position and actually turn them. And see that a lot here with these two guys, but they got similar qualities here. They can attack below the knee. Buchanan more of a kind of a straight-on guy here. Cardenas gets a little bit more of a angle, shucks, and things like that. He does a lot of this right here, which reminds me of watching Real Woods, back in it was just last year here with his techniques. You're hitting the mat on the, with his hands right there, then exploding into a shot.
Cardenas coming from Cornell, where he was a 3-time national qualifier, 2-time All-American, coming off a 4th-place finish in 2024. A couple of years back, he was 8th, following an EIWA championship. No score, 145 in the first period.
Well, of course, Buchanan coming from Oklahoma, and you're talking about the transfers there, and sometimes, it might not work with culture. Both coaches says these guys have added to the culture, and as you watch these guys, Buchanan especially, he seems more motivated than ever, and he had a great time entertaining at Carver Hawkeye. He loved the atmosphere, and both of them have flourished in their new spots.
Buchanan began his career at Wyoming before heading to Norman, as you mentioned. He's a 3-time All-American. Pair of 3rd-place finishes, and he was 8th for the Cowboys back in 2021. From Loyal, Wisconsin, 2-time Wisconsin state champion. No score, 55 seconds first period.
Come on, guys.
Cardenas, Bergen Catholic, 2-time New Jersey state champ before heading to Cornell.
Here we go. Come on, find it.
Cardenas, a 2-time U23 world medalist. Looking for the corner, driving through on Buchanan.
Action.
And out of bounds.
Did a nice job of getting to the corner, but just didn't have enough leverage there to go ahead and hit a crack down or switch to a double for that matter. But it's an opening that you can maybe come back to later in the first period or later in the match.
Of course, Iowa has had a national finalist for 34 consecutive tournaments. And Buchanan, one of the guys that could keep that streak alive in a couple of weeks in Philadelphia. Short time in this first period.
Watch the face, guys. Watch the face. Get it out of the face. Break.
Iowa has had 210 Big Ten titles as a program, but never at 197. Weight introduced a quarter century ago in 1999, the only weight class where the Hawkeyes have not had a Big Ten champion. I mentioned that streak with Iowa with the consecutive national finalists. In 2022, Buchanan was a 2 seed. He was then at Wyoming, and he fell to Jacob Warner 6-4, and that kept a streak alive for Iowa at that time, making it 32 straight.
Jacob Warner hit 2 side tilts in the 3rd period I think it was down 4-0 in that match to keep the streak.
That'd be something where Buchanan could play a part in that streak. 2 seasons in different ways, of course.
And a good chance if he does, it'll be points from the top with tilts in the 3rd period. And he has sealed the deal for the Hawkeyes, become a fan favorite because of his success. And a lot of it's come in the 3rd period.
7 tech falls, 4 falls on the season. That big one,
Top of the head.
pinning Camden McDaniel of Nebraska, and the Hawkeyes come from behind, win over the Huskers. And there is Cardenas driving through. No points yet. He continues to drive, and Cardenas scores the takedown. The Wolverine leads it 3-0.
Beautiful job on this shot by Cardenas. Remember, talked about getting on his hands right there. Here, Buchanan doesn't quite react to it that way, but look at the leg drive there as he drives him off the mat, collects the points. His body was so active, lower body was so active, driving through, knocking him to his hip.
I mean, he literally ran that takedown down.
The toes were just clawed in there, driving through.
It's like he came out of a 100-meter dash type of track start.
Buchanan with the escape. Hawkeye makes it a 3-2 match. 52nd, 2nd period.
Still plenty of time here for Buchanan to open it up, but you know, that was just well done here. Great setup there. He showed it a few times.
Come on, clear it.
Again, attacking at that ankle, driving back up to the hip.
Buchanan this season hitting the century mark in career wins.
Stay in the center.
Half a minute, 2nd period.
Break. Who's got it?
And we see different wrestlers that don't have the makeup for come behind. Buchanan does because of his top wrestling. And so, to Jim's point, he's got plenty of time and he's got the firepower to do it.
It was difficult then for Buchanan. I mean, he's got a great single leg here. He's got to pick a side here to go ahead and attack and maybe put a little bit more forward pressure, but knowing that Cardenas is going to drop the bottom out of his stance might create a scramble situation for him. So you kind of forward pressure, but thinking about there may be a defensive opportunity here too.
Clear it. Clear it, guys.
The adjustment that Buchanan has made is he's dropped down to a knee himself. There's another shot. Here's the defensive opportunity we talked about.
Short time.
Be ready to run corner runs. Control tight. Control tight.
Of course, coming up at heavyweights, Gable Steveson and Greg Kirkfleet. Pair of national champions, both undefeated. And this match goes to the 3rd. It's a 1-point match. Cardenas with the choice, and the Wolverine will go underneath.
Let's go. Let's go.
Cardenas is very capable of putting a lot of back pressure. He'll do a kind of a hip over and away type technique where he'll show you the ankle and then slides it out right there. Hand fighting right there. Watch him right there. Drives and makes the quick circle. He got on his hands right there, but instead of working about going out, he basically made the quick turn, made it difficult to follow.
4-2 match. 20 seconds into this 3rd period. Riding time and on factor. Cardenas, the only takedown.
It's the way that Cardenas is handling himself on his feet. They're lowering his level. Now you see Buchanan, he's got to make a decision. Do I want to increase the pace to create a scramble like right here, getting ready to hit some sort of counter shot?
Come on, guys. Come on, work through it. Push through it.
Iowa as a program has had 210 Big Ten titles.
Cardenas is matching levels of Buchanan.
Down to a minute.
And you just see the passivity there of Buchanan. He just doesn't quite have his timing down here. He's having a difficult time with dealing with that opponent wrestling on his knees.
Nothing. Action. You got nose. Got blood.
And now blood on Buchanan. Down to 37 seconds. If you are the Iowa corner, Jim, what are you telling Stephen Buchanan?
I think you just got to pick up the pace. You got to take caution of the wind right now. It's, hop over him, create an angle here, just pick up your footwork. Anything you're looking at right now is as far as trying to blow him off the tracks isn't working right now because he's matching your level. You go down, he goes down, or maybe you fake like you're going down and then come back around and try to do a go behind.
Cardenas has not been called for stalling. Shot from Buchanan.
Fingers.
Cardenas will drop in into the chest of the Hawkeye.
Good job of squaring up by Cardenas. Coming up, didn't stay down, doesn't allow Buchanan to stuff and go around.
Yeah, this is, you don't give scholarships to guys that give up go-behinds easy.
There's a stall call on the Wolverine, but he's got a tight front headlock on Buchanan. And Jacob Cardenas, the Wolverine, takes a Big Ten title back to Ann Arbor.
That was just really well done, guys, tactically. Keeping position. Didn't really end up being a match where the top position played a big part. We all know they're strong in that position, but big win for Cardenas.
Cardenas